Halo, the Fall of Reach. Before I begin, I want to make two things clear. First, this review is intended primarily for people who have already read Halo, the Fall of Reach. There will be major spoilers throughout this entire review, including discussion about key plot points, character moments, and the ending. If you haven't read the book yet and want to experience it for yourself, I would recommend reading it first and then coming back to this video. Second, everything in this review is based entirely on my own personal opinion. If you love this book, that's completely fine. I'm not saying you're wrong for enjoying it. This is simply my perspective as both a Halo fan and a reader, looking at how well the story fits within the larger Halo universe. With that out of the way, today I'm reviewing the Halo the Fall of Reach, and I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Now, before people grab their pitchforks, let me say this. There are things this book does very well. In fact, the origin story of Master Chief and the Spartan program is easily the strongest part of the novel. Watching John become a Spartan, seeing the training, the sacrifices, and the creation of humanity's greatest soldier is fascinating. This is where the book truly shines. The problem is the lore. Now, to be fair, The Fall of Reach was the first Halo novel released before many of the later games and expanded media, so the question becomes, does the book conflict with the games, or do the games conflict with the book? It's hard to say. Most people point to Halo Reach as the biggest contradiction. The Halo Reach game from 2010, the last one released by Bungie. The events of the game and the novel simply don't fit together very well. Later, when 343 acquired the rights of the series, they attempted to patch the inconsistency throughout additional lore and explanations that they added, but it often felt more like damage control than a natural solution. Instead of making everything fit perfectly, it created even more confusion. One of the biggest examples of the contradictions that the Fall of Reach novel and the Halo Reach game have is Cortana. In the Fall of Reach, Cortana is already assigned to Master Chief aboard the Pillar of Autumn. The ship leaves Reach on a mission and later returns to the system to fight the Covenant once they find out that Reach has been attacked. Throughout these events, Cortana is already with Chief. But in Halo Reach, Cortana is still with Dr. Halsey on the surface of Reach. The Noble Team is tasked with delivering her to the Pillar of Autumn. During the final moments of the game, according to that story, Cortana doesn't reach the ship until Fall of Reach is already underway. The problem is that both versions can't really happen at the same time. In one story, Cortana is already in space with Master Chief before the invasion of Reach reaches its climax. In the other, she's still planet side with Halsey and Noble Team. 343 Industries later tried to explain this through Cortana fragments and additional lore, but to me it feels more like a patch than a true solution. But the Reach conflict doesn't stop there. Another example is the Hunters. In the Fall of Reach, Hunters are introduced as a terrifying new Covenant species that Master Chief has never encountered before. Yet later Halo media creates problems with the idea. In Halo 4, Forward of the Dawn, Master Chief fights Hunters, and they're also present during events of Halo Wars. The game. If Chief had already encountered Hunters, why does the book treat them as completely new? These kind of inconsistencies pile up throughout the Halo franchise and make the timeline feel messy. Ironically, I think this is one reason why the animated adaptation of The Fall of Reach focuses mostly on the Spartan origin story, rather than adapting the entire novel. The beginning is excellent and fits well within Halo's universe. The later sections are where many of the lore problems start to appear. Personally, I think the book could benefit from a revised edition that updates certain details to better align with modern Halo canon. There are definitely elements worth keeping, such as Linda nearly dying and ending up aboard the Pillar of Autumn, Overall, I think Halo Reach tells the Fall of Reach story in a more compelling way. At the end of the day, I can't tell whether the developer forgot parts of their original lore, intentionally ignored it, or simply changed direction as the franchise grew. What I do know is that inconsistencies hurt the experience. So my final score is 5 out of 10. Great Spartan origins, great world building, but too many lore contradictions keep it from being a higher rated Halo story. The best part of the book are the creation of the Spartans and Master Chief's journey. Unfortunately, the deeper Halo lore has evolved so much over the years that large sections of the novel no longer fit cleanly into the franchise. The Fall of Reach is a great Spartan origin story trapped inside a continuity nightmare. But the thing is, though, is going off script that I wrote for this review. If I had to subtract all the additional lore and additional video games, this book is pretty solid in and of its own. It has great climax, great space battles, actually. Ones that, when you read it, you'd be like, man, this would be great for, I don't know, DLC missions that we would probably never see. But the sad truth is that with all the lore that has piled up on top of it, that a lot of fans love, because most fans don't read the books, it don't feel well with the Halo universe anymore. It almost seems like a legend nowadays than an actual part of the story. Halo Reach has taken its place as canon in everybody's hearts.